guys, welcome back to some more F1 2017 and part 25 of season 1 of our Renault career mode, and today we have the penultimate race of the season, the Brazilian Grand Prix. And yeah, we've got a downforce upgrade. We bought that at the end of last episode. You wouldn't have seen it, but yeah, we've got a new rear wing main plate, and that's going to give us another just over 1% in the downforce area of the car, which is good. And yeah, if you have a look, we're now ahead of Williams on the downforce scale, so we are the 4th best team in that, and things are looking good. We're 5th in the championship, and we're looking forward to a brilliant Brazilian Grand Prix. Let's hand over now to the story of qualifying. Once again, qualifying was a mere irrelevance around Brazil as penalties once again took effect. The big shock of Q1 though was that Renault went out, ended his good streak of qualifying in the top 10. Starting at the back will be Grosjean and Magnussen, and Stroll and Sainz after penalties, and then it goes Kvyat, Ocon, Massa and Perez further on, with Kimi Raikkonen, the lowest championship contender, in 12th, with Valtteri Bottas in 9th. Lewis Hamilton starts his challenge from 7th, with Renault eventually up to 5th. Sebastian Vettel will start on pole, one of the only men to keep his grid position after not having a penalty. And it'll be interesting to see if he can go on and win the Grand Prix and extend his championship lead before the championship finale next Grand Prix. Let's get into the race. Hand over to Anthony Davidson and Peter Croft. Enjoy.
Especially into turn 1 this afternoon.
Well, we do see a fair amount of that here at Interlagos, Crofty. It's a tricky braking zone, of course, as you're heading downhill into the centre S, which always makes it easy to lock the inside front and run a bit wide. We've seen a number of occasions over the years with someone from the leading group taking a bit of a knock on the first lap and having to recover. That's one of the reasons we've had so many exciting championship fights here. Hopefully, though, it'll be a clean start, of course, but as you say, I wouldn't be too surprised if it's not.
We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Sebastian Vettel has a clear track ahead of him today. He starts in pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Ricciardo, Wehrlein, Renault and Ericsson, Hamilton, Van Dorn, Bottas and Fernando Alonso, Hulkenberg, Raikkonen, Sergio Perez and Massa, Ocon, Kvyat, Carlos Sainz and Lance Stroll, Magnussen, and Roman Grosjean starts from the back of the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
You should have some space going into the first corner, so try to keep it tidy.
Right guys, here we are down on the track. And yeah, it was a disappointing qualifying session, to be honest with you. Qualifying down in 18th place, and I just couldn't hook up a good lap round here. I really couldn't, and yeah, starting 5th is just ridiculous yet again. But that's how the penalty system works this year. You know, most of the grid have penalties. You know, qualifying in P18 and starting P5 is quite ridiculous, but no, this is the first video I've recorded since Julian Palmer has left Renault. Quite a big shock for it to happen. Everybody thought it was going to happen by Malaysia, but then once he'd sort of survived Malaysia, we thought, oh, well, he's just going to be here till the end of the season, but he went after Japan, and Carlos Sainz will now take over from this weekend's US Grand... is it US Grand Prix? I think it is, the US Grand Prix. So that'll be very, very interesting. I'm really looking forward to seeing Sainz versus Hulkenberg. I think they will be quite evenly matched. But obviously Sainz has got to get used to the car, so don't expect Sainz to be qualifying ahead of Hulkenberg this weekend, I don't think. You know, don't pass judgment until next season, I would say, when he's used to the car and he's worked with the team for a lot longer. It will be difficult for him to just jump into that car. As we've seen with the likes of Giancarlo Fisichella in 2009 when he went to Ferrari to stand in for Felipe Massa. He was pretty much at the back every Grand Prix because he just wasn't used to the car. And I think it is just a bit of a skill to be used to the car. But yeah, they're quite a generic top three of Vettel, Verstappen and Ricciardo, and then we've got Wehrlein in 4th, and then we are in P5. So yeah, it could be quite difficult to hold our position. I don't think we'll be getting a podium, but if we can get into the points today, that'll be a success. Now, I haven't played this game for a while since qualifying, so it is going to be interesting this first lap. Here we go. Ready for the lights. Lights out. Away we go here in Brazil. It's a brilliant start from us, as opposed to Wehrlein, who got off to a bad start. We're going to have a look down his inside into this first turn. We lock up slightly, but we're up into 4th, although Wehrlein holds it around the outside, but we're through once again. So we're up to 4th at the moment. We're going to struggle to keep ahead of, well, not keep ahead of Wehrlein, but keep ahead of the likes of Hamilton and Raikkonen, who won't be too far behind. Hamilton already into P5, in fact, so that's not great for us, but a decent first sector, and we've managed to catch up to Verstappen and Ricciardo, who are in 2nd and 3rd. Obviously, we're in the Renault power unit as well, so hopefully we should be able to keep pace with these throughout this first stint and maybe get a good point score and finish today. But this was the corner that was really causing us problems. Just not getting a good exit out there, and it obviously compromises your whole run up the hill. This time it wasn't too bad, but Daniel Ricciardo closing in on his teammate Max Verstappen. Is he going to have a look down the inside as they go into turn 1? It looks like he is. Daniel Ricciardo having a look at Max Verstappen down that inside line, and he's through. Daniel Ricciardo up to 2nd place, but Verstappen could come back at him up into turn 4. We've got Lewis Hamilton right behind us. He's possibly going to have a look down the inside. He's having a look around the outside at the moment, but we managed to hold position 4. And that's about the best we can hope for in this race. So we've got Lewis Hamilton having a look down our inside, and he's through. And it's going to be difficult to stay with him, obviously. And we've got Bottas right behind as well. But Max Verstappen looks like he might have a problem at this stage of the race, so we'll keep an eye on that one. Bottas having a look down the inside, DRS helping us out just a little bit, but we managed to stay in 5th position for 1 lap longer, hopefully. But Hamilton already catching up to Max Verstappen, so he definitely has a problem. And our power unit parts are not looking good at this stage of the season. We're running very, very thin on them, and yeah, it was tempting to take a new power unit, but I kind of knew that there would be penalties all around for the grid, so you know, we'd be making up a lot of positions at the start of the Grand Prix. But we have Valtteri Bottas right behind us now. Surely he's going to make a move into turn 1 as Hamilton has a look round the outside of Max Verstappen into the first turn. Look at the fighting up ahead. Hamilton's through. And well, Verstappen has to slot into 4th now, and Hamilton on a charge after Ricciardo and Vettel. Here comes Bottas. Apologies for that horrible cough if you heard it. But Bottas through down the inside, easy as you like. We're not going to fight too hard for those positions. Right guys, we're coming into the pits on this lap. We've got Kimi Räikkönen right behind us now, so he's going to be the next person to move ahead of us. So 7th looking like the best we can get today. But hopefully we can finish in the points. That is the plan. let's hope we can slow it down, and we can. And we're now into the pit lane. And I think that was a pretty decent sort of break into the pits, and here we come. Can we come out ahead of that Sauber? Yes, we can. So that was a good stop of 2.9 seconds.
Let's get some heat into those tyres.
We'll come out of here unscathed, and then we should be fine. So we'll keep it flat out through there, which was pretty terrifying, but things are looking good. We're come out in 10th place on our brand new soft tyres, and hopefully we can go to the end. Apologies for the voice crack there. I have a terrible throw at the moment. Can we come out ahead of Kimi? That's the question. I don't think we're going to quite manage it. Raikkonen's through. So, yeah, 7th really is looking like the best that we can get now, unless there's any retirements. Here comes Sergio Perez. He's really closed in the last couple of laps, and he's through into 7th place. We'll hopefully hold this position up to the DRS zone and maybe repass him down into turn 4. But yeah, Perez has been quick, and it looks like we're going to have to settle for 8th place now, which is really, really disappointing.
Behind us here. Okay, some information on Raikkonen. They're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
Well, Kimi Raikkonen's slowing down, and he looks like he's slowing down in the first sector, so we might have a chance to get back past Perez here if we can take advantage of these yellow flags. Where is Kimi Raikkonen? He's on the racing line, and we're through. He's got a puncture, so we're back up to 7th now. Perez up to 6th. Doesn't look like we're going to get past Perez, but we'll just keep pushing and see how we do. So, coming on to the last lap, guys, and, well, not much has happened. We're still in 7th place. We've lost a lot of time. Sergio Perez ahead, but, you know, we only qualified 18th or 19th, I can't even remember. And
let's try and keep the revs down. Early up shifts, later down shifts.
And yeah, we've had a lack of power all race, and it's just been a bit of a disappointing weekend here in Brazil. I was really looking forward to the Brazilian Grand Prix, but you know, we're still going to come out of it with some good points. Sebastian Vettel wins the Brazilian Grand Prix. It'll be interesting to see what this has done to the championship. I'm assuming Hamilton wouldn't have caught Ricciardo for 3rd place, for 2nd place, but he may well have done. But Sebastian Vettel certainly heading into the championship finale with a good lead, and looking like he's going to get a 5th Drivers' World title. We're going to come round in 7th place, which I think is a good result, considering we did start 5th, but only losing 2 places cumulatively is alright. And we're coming through now for the final time, and we're going to come through in 7th place, which is a good result in my opinion. So there you have it, and yeah, we can be pretty pleased with that. I think I'm going to have a nice gulp of water while you two, well, not you two, maybe if there's only 2 people watching, but while you watch David Croft and Anthony Davidson take us through the race results.
So, another excellent win from Ferrari. Anthony, what do you think made the difference here?
Well, they played the safety car to absolute perfection. There are so many factors to worry about once the race is neutralised. I mean, do you pit for fresh rubber? Do you have the space behind you? How much fuel can you save? If you answer all of those questions correctly, you'll have a good chance. And that's exactly what happened today.
Well, this is it. This is where they all want to be. Here come the top 3 then, out onto the podium after a fascinating Grand Prix. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. It's a good result for Sebastian Vettel, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. Now then, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Difficult call, but I'd say Lance Stroll. He was committed the entire race, and it's paid off with the result.
On to the constructors then. Mercedes have extended their lead at the top of the standings. After all this drama, you'd be mad not to join us for the next race. We hope to see you then. Take care.
So there you have it then. That is the end of the Grand Prix. Sebastian Vettel won with Lewis Hamilton managing to get up to second. Daniel Ricciardo finished third with Bottas in fourth. Verstappen fifth, Perez sixth. We finished seventh, Ocon eighth. Stroll managed to pip Hulkenberg to ninth. So that's annoying, but looking at the drivers' standings, Sebastian Vettel now leads by 15 points. Going into the title decider, Lewis Hamilton is the main challenger. And you have to say, unless Sebastian Vettel retires, it looks like he's going to win the championship. Valtteri Bottas is in third, right in fourth. We are in fifth. Level on points with Daniel Ricciardo in sixth going into the finale. So we are fighting for fifth place. We're guaranteed at least sixth, which is really good. And Hulkenberg can hopefully get a few points and get into the top 10 as well. In the constructors, we are safe in fourth place, and we're not going to get up into third. So there's stuff to fight for. We're fighting for fifth place in the Drivers' Championship in the season finale next time out. If you've enjoyed that, make sure you leave a like down below. It really does mean a lot for me and for the channel. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.